Good evening. Welcome to Vision of Asia, the news you can trust and events that move and celebrate our very own South Asian community. I'm Nidhi Kathuria coming to you from our ITV Gold studio in New Jersey. In the news from Community Today, Indian Union Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture Meenakshi Lekhi joined actor Jugal Hansraj at Indian Consulate in New York for a storytelling session. Mayor Sam Joshi held an Eid celebration at the Edison Municipal Complex. Rabindranath Tagore's 161st birth anniversary celebrated in Dubai with his three songs translated into Arabic. In the news from Indian films, OTT and other entertainment, watch the exclusive video of the cast of Modern Love slated to release on Amazon Prime on May 13th. Stay with us on Vision of Asia for news in detail right after this short break. Indian Union Minister of State for External Affairs and Culture, Member of Parliament, lawyer and social activist Meenakshi Lekhi joined actor Jugal Hansraj at Indian Consulate in New York for a storytelling session from his new children's book, The Coward and the Sword. Let's watch the highlights.
Happy and of course grateful to our CG for hosting me today and making me inaugurate this book, which is a beautiful book written by Jugal Hansraj, and this is will attract many a mind. The title itself, The Coward and the Sword. So what happens when a coward gets a sword, and what happens when a brave are without a sword? I think that's what the book is all about. The bravery doesn't have to be with the sword. Brave people can survive without the sword, but coward can do very little with the sword. And the battle which goes on in each one of our minds, the messages which are very, very strong, need to be sent to the younger generation in a very, very simplified form. Since we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, all that India has to offer at 75, all the goodness that India has spread at 75, all the things which are progressive about our history, culture, ethos is what we stand for, is getting celebrated and transmitted to the next generation through this book. And I'm very, very grateful to both the author, publisher, and the CG for having me over. And I wish everyone a happy reading. I love reading children's books. That's the secret. So I'm going to finish reading this on my way back home. HarperCollins is one of my favorite publishers for the simple reason that they published my book as well. And I just wish all the best, and maybe this, who knows, this may come up as a video series or as a comic book. I don't know what his business plans are, but definitely there are different medias which can be used for transmitting the same information. My best wishes to Jugal.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
As I said, like my son, the birth of my son was the inspiration to write this book. And I wanted to leave something positive, a nice story, engaging story, which had some nice values and morals for the children to read, and maybe I can touch them in some way, in a positive, kind of positive thoughts for them. And it's all about peace and bravery. And those two things, often people don't think they go together, but they do. So that's what I wanted to write about overcoming your own fears, and all the solutions lie within your own heart.
Mr. Jugal Hansraj, all of you are familiar with him. Before coming to New York, I was familiar with his world, or our world, the world of cinema. But now I'm familiar with his other skills. I also, as a dear MC, you finished the book in the middle of the night. I also tried to go through several chapters. And I was straight away transported to the days of my childhood and some of the stories my grandmother would tell me. So that is the kind of sentiments and imagination that the story of Kofu and all its beautiful people living beyond mountains, living far away, evokes. And I'm sure children, not just children, but all of us are going to enjoy the book. And I wish the author, Jugal Hansraj, the book, the story, the creativity and imagination, all the very best. And thank you for coming for this function. Thank you very much.
Not go in that direction because they have set the bar, and that's kind of, especially Tolkien is like, for anybody writing fantasy fiction, that's kind of like the biggest framework one can follow. So I wanted to like pull myself away from that. So inspired by them and the name Sarah, which well, we had a son, but that name was in my mind, and so I just put that name in the book, and she became the bravest character of the book. So for me, I think women are the bravest because they give birth to us. Nothing is braver than the pain they go through and the sacrifices they make. So for me, it was a little way of a tribute to all the women in my life, and generally women who I think are much braver race. We may make a big hue and cry about being brave, but we know who the real brave ones are. So.
First time ever in the history of Edison Township, the mayor of Edison, Mayor Sam Joshi, held an Eid celebration at the Edison Municipal Complex. Edison, New Jersey is proud to be one of the most diverse towns and one of the largest concentrations of South Asians in New Jersey and across the entire United States of America. Sam Khan, chairman of the American Muslim Council, Governor Murphy's Deputy Chief of Staff of Outreach, Deborah Karnawaka, council members of Edison Township, including Margot Harris, Joyce Ship Freeman, Nishit Patel, Ajay Patil, John Poyner, and many others, community leaders and activists shared remarks and enjoyed delicious South Asian cuisine.
ITV, thank you for covering this wonderful event right here in Edison Township Municipal Complex. What we are trying to do in Edison Township is making sure that we recognize each and every single background, race, religion, culture, and making sure that every single person understands one another's background. It is incredibly important for us in Edison Township to do that, quite simply because we are one of the most diverse communities throughout the entire United States of America. A lot of the issues that you may see or hear about internationally, globally, and throughout the United States in terms of division ends right here in Edison Township. My administration and the council are working tirelessly with various organizations such as the American Muslim Council, President Sam Khan, and so many others to make sure that everyone feels welcomed in Edison Township. These, I firmly and wholeheartedly believe, that if we as a community come together and start understanding one another, then we will, those vibrations of love will be felt throughout New Jersey and greater United States. And it is incredibly important to lead that charge right here in Edison. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ram Anbarasan. I'm a councilman at Franklin Township in Somerset County. Today we are celebrating the Al-Fitr, which is the breaking of the fast for the Eid celebration for the Muslim community. As a Hindu, I have learned to respect all religions, and in fact, we are taught there is only one race, human race, and there's only one God that is universal to all of us. As such, we celebrate diversity in all forms. In our town, we have the whole month of Ramadan, we have lit one of our gazebos green to celebrate Eid. As well as we had one night we went to the mosque, Masjid Ali in our township, and I prayed with the Muslims and broke the fast one day. So I want to wish all Muslim brothers and sisters Eid Mubarak, and wish you all very well.
Hi, I'm Margot Harris, Councilwoman, Edison Township. I'm just so pleased and proud and honored to be at this event this evening. It's a wonderful thing that this community of ours is so diverse. It's one of our biggest strengths. It's something that I think that really lifts this community, that makes this community so desirable to live in. And so I am so happy to be a part of Eid Mubarak, and I want to wish everyone Salam Alaikum.
Hello everyone, I'm Shivi Prasad Madhukar. I'm on the Edison Board of Education, and I would like to wish everybody a very happy Eid. This is for the first time Edison Township is holding such a phenomenal event where all leaders of the Muslim faith and other people from other religions are here. And it's so nice to see everybody mingling. I actually grew up celebrating Eid. My dad's best friend was a Muslim. So every Eid, we would go to their house, and every Diwali, they would come to our house. So I know exactly everything, all details about this festival. So it's really nice to see this here in our township. And once again, I'd like to wish everybody a very happy Eid.
I'm Joy Shipp, the Council Vice President here in Edison. And I think it's just wonderful that we're celebrating Eid. I think we need to do more celebrations of different religions, and I think that it's really good that we can all come together and just enjoy each other. Just have a nice time with each other. It makes a difference. It makes me feel that much better, and it makes my spirit feel good when people are together. You meet, you greet, and you meet new people and new faces. So this town, moving forward, these are the things that we as a council and we as the Board of Ed and our mayor will be pushing forward of more and more togetherness, because that's how you get things done. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Azra Beg, and I'm from South Brunswick. It's a neighboring township from Edison. It was so nice to see so many different people here of different backgrounds, Jewish, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, all coming together to celebrate Eid, the Eid holiday that we celebrate after the month of Ramadan. It was great to hear from Mayor Sam Joshi, the council representatives, the school board members, etc. And we're coming together and enjoying one another and having good food and just having a good time. Thank you. Eid Mubarak to everyone.
So thank you very much, and especially ITV Gold, they're always with the community. Thank you very much, Mayor Sam Joshi, in hosting such a beautiful event. And all the 1.6 billion Muslim around the world, they celebrate Eid after the Ramadan. And today, first time ever in the history that Sam Joshi give us an opportunity, open the door for our community. This is the community. He embarrassed the community, and with his open heart and open. We all looking forward to working with him. Thank you very much once again.
Hello everyone. Eid Mubarak. I would like to thank you, Mr. Sam Khan. He's very active in community, and Samir Joshi, my dear friend. Thank you very much for organizing this. Eid Mubarak to everybody. Thank you.
It's now time for a short break on Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community. We'll be right back. The 161st birth anniversary of Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore was celebrated at the Indian Consulate, Dubai, with the release of 3 iconic songs in an album titled Tagore Beyond Horizon. It's the first time that 3 songs by Tagore have been translated into Arabic and presented. Noted Emirati poet Dr. Shihab Ghanem translated the songs.
যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে
إذا لم يستجيبوا لك فاسر يا صاحبي وحدك
তবে একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো রে তবে
فسر وحدك فسر وحدك فسر وحدك فسر وحدك
যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে
إذا لم يستجيبوا لك فسر يا صاحبي وحدك
দরনানা
وإن سمعتوا أمام الحائط المشوم في ظلي وإن عطوك ظهرهم من الفزع وإن عطوك ظهرهم من الفزع فلا تصمت فلا تصمت تحدث دون ما وجلي تحدث دون ما وجلي
যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে
إذا لم يستجيبوا لك فسر يا صاحبي وحدك
Modern Love features 6 different love stories featuring Pratik Gandhi, Fatima Sana Sheikh, Nasiruddin Shah, Arshad Varsi, Ritvik Bhaumik, and Sarika, among others. The stories are directed by Vishal Bhardwaj, Hansal Mehta, Shonali Bose, Dhruv Sehgal, Alankrita Srivastava, and Nupur Asthana. The film is set in Mumbai that witnesses these love stories. Our film journalist in Mumbai, Rajiv Vijaykar, spoke to some of the cast members of the film. Let's watch the exclusive video.
Yeah, Pratik, firstly, this is your second venture with Hansalji. So, what was the difference? Because the theme is totally different. That was a very long thing. This is very short. So, something about working with him again and also the differences.
For me, working with Hansal Mehta again is like homecoming. It is we share a very comfortable relationship and especially very comfortable working relationship with each other.
Okay.
So it was absolutely a pleasure to be on set with him again after a long break.
Okay. So, in between and before that, also you worked with other directors both in Hindi and Gujarati.
Right.
So, what is, according to you, Hansal's USP?
His USP is his simplicity. In overall his approach towards life also, towards cinema also, the way he works also, he wants to keep things very simple.
Okay.
And that's a task in itself actually as an actor also, sometimes, because less is more is what we've learned
Right.
on stage also.
Yeah.
So less is more is practically when you have to use it. You need everybody in the team who believes in this philosophy. And Hansal sir's, his approach is very organic also. So he lets you be on set and he lets you explore also in detail. So he's not a kind of director who will, constantly tell you that do this, do that, or somebody who can just perform and tell you that copy that. But he believes in an actor and then lets you explore it.
So basically, he tells you the emotion
Yes,
and lets you
yes.
free in the open space. Would you guys like to elaborate on that?
I completely agree with what you just said. I think he just lets you be, and he lets the actor explore. And if he thinks that we could change it a little, then he'd probably come and tell you that let's try it this way.
Okay.
But I think he's extremely simple and extremely collaborative, and that's what's amazing. I think that's what you.
What's your input?
He is, like they said, absolutely flawless. So the whole process of working with him is absolutely very, very organic, and you don't feel like you are performing for the camera. The way he lets actors do their thing, then he kind of places the camera around him, is the way, at least whatever little that I got to work on this show, I got to experience. And that I think makes an actor very comfortable because, and also gives you a lot of faith in yourself that a director like him trusts you so much that he allows you to get things to the table, which is, I think, a very empowering thing for an actor.
Yeah.
Now, the subject is, of course, very unconventional, getting more and more conventional now, but basically about gays. So, who are in the main roles?
So my character is Manzar Ali,
you're
and Chef Ranveer Brar. He's playing.
the other guy.
Yeah, his character's name is Rajveer. He's playing chef in the film,
Hmm.
and so Kashmira is playing my sister. He's my brother-in-law in the film.
Okay. Okay. So what I'm talking to is the family on screen.
Yes.
So, how is the family affected?
Well, you'll have to watch the film for that.
Or little bit. I know you can't reveal
Yeah.
everything. Let's
So
say
whatever that we have seen in trailer also,
Yeah,
that
correct.
she's my sister and she's she's for it. She's approving the relationship also, and she's she's kind of being shield between Manzar Ali and parents by saying and taking a stand that let him live his life.
Why has stardom of that sort, stardom as in which a good, really powerful character artist gets, like I've seen you in so many movies and other avenues. So, what do you think is missing? That one hit or something, or?
Yeah, it's obviously about that, and also I took a couple of wrong decisions way back in my career.
Okay.
When I was depending on a couple of films that I had done which were very promising, which didn't even get a proper release, which was very disheartening. So I had to stay away from TV for about 3 years when those films were getting made and released and all that.
Okay.
So I have lost out on time, but I'm still fortunate that even now, I mean, I've kind of, I picked up the pieces and I'm still trying to move ahead.
No, because you fit into just about anything, you have done everything. In that sense, कोई भी मतलब आपको कोई क्या बोलते हैं स्ट्रेट जैकेट नहीं कर सकते कि इतना ही आप यही कर सकते हो दैट वे
नहीं, आई थिंक मुझे बहुत सारे एनआरआई वाले रोल्स ही लोग कंसिडर करते हैं बहुत कम ऐसे रोल्स मिलते हैं ऑफ अ नॉर्मल middle class family, but I don't know why whenever there is an NRI or a businessman, I think the first call they make was me. So I hope to break away
you're
from
today's Tom Walter.
And that's a wrap on Vision of Asia tonight. Send us your suggestions and community news that you would like us to cover for our print and television coverage at events@itvgold.com. Follow us on our Facebook handle at ITVGold, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and pick up a free copy of Desi Talk if you're in the tri-state or in the Chicago area for community news, entertainment, and events in US and India. You can also read the News India Times newspaper online at www.newsindiatimes.com or subscribe to the hard copy by calling 212-675-7515. This is Nidhi Kathuria signing off. Happy Monday.